My name is David Bond, and this is my wife.
And I'm Renelle Bond.
And we did an international adoption that was finalized in 2013. And really, that's when it was finalized, but it kind of started in our hearts, I guess 1994?
Yeah.
1994.
So 2011, we started the journey. What that looks like is you get matched with a social worker in the state. And we got matched with her, and she came in and did a home study, and feels like the President of the United States is coming into your home, because they literally check everywhere and everything and background check you and make sure that you're a good family to bring a child into your home. And it was beautiful because our youngest daughter, she would literally set the table for him, and he wasn't home. But 2 years prior, every night Mia would set the table. And so we just got used to the idea that we would be bringing home an orphan, somebody that needed to be loved and have a family.
I'm Annie Siemens, and I was adopted with my twin brother at 3 years old. So when I was born, my biological mom went into labor with me. She was psychiatrically hospitalized. I think we were born, my mom was 28 weeks pregnant. And then obviously she was unstable. And so right when we were born, they called my mom and dad now, Kathy and Dean, and they said, hey, these twins were just born, and do you want to adopt them? And my mom just said yes. I went home with them from birth, but I wasn't officially adopted. Me and my brother were not officially adopted until we were 3.
I'm Tyler, and I was adopted from birth, and this is my dad.
I'm Scott, and I adopted Tyler as a single parent at age 37.
And this is us.
The first thing I did when I decided to adopt is I knew of actually her birth mom's grandma was a friend of mine, and so with that, it was a private adoption. It wasn't anything where I needed to go searching for someone to adopt. And so, but we still had to go through like what they call a home study. And so I had to find a organization that could do the home study. And basically part of that was just making sure that I was fit to be an adoptive parent. But it also did have to do with my home, that it was fit for adopting and having a child.
Really bad.
For her, because it was an open adoption, she needed to decide for sure that I was the one that would adopt her. And then from there, it was really just a lot of waiting, because Tyler was born in August, and that process, she actually chose me to be the adoptive parent, like the day before my birthday in April.
Yeah, the process is a crazy process because it's so much of hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. You got to get all this stuff done to pass it on to the next, and then you wait and it's quiet for a while.
I think some of the most difficult things about the whole adoption process, and just me being a single male adopting, was that I was a single male. And I literally, at that time, was the only person in Idaho, the only male in Idaho that had ever had adopt someone. And so while there were starting to be some single women that adopted, there weren't any single men. And so I think overcoming the stigma that, oh, I'm single and I'm adopting, and why am I not married? Am I gay? Am I whatever? Am I fit to be a parent? and I knew I was able to be both a mom and a dad. And so I think overcoming that stigma.
As far as like being adopted, my mom, ever since we were little, I mean, she would tell people would ask, and just say, "Oh, tell me about your family." And so she just was very forthcoming. I don't have a memory of my mom telling me for the first time I'm adopted. I always basically knew it. I think before I could even understand what it meant, it was just a positive thing, because my mom kind of, as a Christian, she tells a story about praying for us, wanting twins, wanting boy and girl twins, us, being born. And the overall message was just that we were loved, we were prayed for, we were wanted.
And everybody's adoption story is so different, and everybody's coming from a different place. And for me, I was really lucky to be adopted literally 10 minutes from the womb to you. And so I didn't know any different growing up. This is all I knew. And so for me, I grew up feeling just like a normal kid and felt loved and supported in every way.
From day one, it was kind of pre-preparation. It's like he's going to come in and treat him like a normal little brother. The way he assimilated in was extraordinary. Yeah. Extraordinary.
And then another major issue when we first brought him home was food. Mm-hmm. And water. He didn't like taking a bath. He didn't know what a bath was, but he would try to drink the whole tub down, mm-hmm. and fill his belly with this water, and thinking that it was going to go away somehow. And then I would feel something in his shirt sleeves. At nap time, I would go lay him down, and I'd be like, "What's that?" And he would have food shoved up in his sleeves, hiding it, obviously thinking maybe he wouldn't get any later.
I feel just blessed that I was chosen. I think when I really think about adoption, I really think about what Jesus talks about in the Bible, and just how we are adopted sons and daughters, and that's what I believe. And for me, that's been modeled by my mom and dad. And so that's pretty huge for just who I am and finding my identity, and knowing that my identity is with Christ.
I think adoptive children really think that that their birth parents, their birth mom, must not have loved them to have given them up, to have made that choice to not keep you. But I think it's one of the most selfless things that a mom could do, mm-hmm. To understand where she's at in life, and whether it's drugs or whatever it is, So for both parents to make that decision, that they're not, whatever place they're at in life, are not able to raise your child.
For me, I want him to know always that his biological parents, Amsdell and Turit, loved him very much. And unfortunately, AIDS took both of their lives, and they didn't get a choice to not raise their son. But his mother's love, because the father passed before her, his mother's love was great, and that she took 2 to 3 days to walk him to a U.S. embassy and hand him over to what she knew as America, and to give him a chance at life. His 8-year-old brother at the time already had HIV, so he wasn't really blessed with the opportunity that Beckham was. And so I will always tell Beckham that their love was so great, and it was very selfless of his mama to love him so much, to let him go.
You've been moved by Ethan Diaz. I'm the queen of boom on a budget. I can totally make you right for your camera. Wow.
He's not an orphan. He's Beckham Bond.
Yeah.
Once he took the last name, he took the namesake and the full privilege and benefit that goes along with it.
Yeah.
I feel like he knows that.
He's our own. And many people, they don't mean bad when they say, oh, do you have any of your own? I get that question a lot if it's just Beckham and I. Oh, do you have any of your own? He's very much our own, and he will always know that as well.
Yeah, people ask, whether, or can't imagine how it would be to love a child that's not your own, but there's just absolutely no question. She's no different to me than, I don't know what it feels like to have a child that is my own. My own, genetically my own child, and but I can't imagine it being any different. I couldn't love her any more or less. I just don't see it being any different. And so for people that are wondering about that, we all have the capacity to love, and as long as you love kids and want to be a parent, then yeah, it's pretty amazing.